you for being here. This is Global Woman Magazine, and we are very honored to have you in the cover of the Global Man Magazine next issue. To be honest, you have inspired many women and men all around the world, and you are a leader that lead by example. And according to you, what is the best leader that is missing today in the world?
It's a great question, and first of all, thank you for the opportunity to be on the cover. It's a privilege. Well, the other day I was in Montenegro and I was going for an early morning bike ride, and what came to me was, where are the Mandelas? And whether it's a Mother Teresa or Nelson Mandela, I think what's missing in the world, to some degree, are people who are very brave and courageous, but also have the heart and the humanity, where, I often say, less ego, more results. And I think sometimes leaders in business, the seduction is it's more about me and more about the ego, more about income versus impact and service and lifting the world through your work and who you are.
Yes, from your speech and your books and everything you do in the world is like a call to bring more awareness and to bring more people in a higher level of consciousness in the world. And from your work, have you seen that everything that leaders like you are doing are somehow bringing some more higher level of consciousness to people's life?
Sure. I mean, every day I get people who've read The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, or The Leader Who Had No Title, or who've seen me on Instagram or Facebook or been to one of my events saying, I used the 20-20-20 formula or the 5 a.m. club, or your rituals and your routines of, for exponential productivity, or even the idea I've been sharing for 20 years, which is you can lead without a title. You don't have to have a lot of money or formal authority to show leadership. No matter what you do, whether you're a woman or a man or a child, you can show leadership, because leadership is just not being a victim. It's not giving away your power. So yes, every day I hear stories of people who've used my work to rise in their work, to have a greater impact, to show leadership, and to build better lives.
And sometimes people are very attached with subjects and objects. And how can we encourage people to focus more and concentrate more in the inner source and sell everything?
Well, I don't think anyone has to sell anything. I believe we live in the world, and there's pleasure from the world. And so if you want to have a Ferrari, and if you want to have a plane, or you want to have a nice house, and those things, if those are important, that's fine. But Alexander the Great, before he died, he told the people who were putting him in a coffin, hold my hands outside of the coffin after I die, to show the world that even Alexander the Great leaves with nothing. And so all I'm saying is, I really don't think there's anything wrong with living a beautiful life materially. Just don't be attached to it. Don't define who you are in the world by the size of your car, or by your handbag or your watch. Define yourself by the kind of leader you are, the kind of producer you are, the kind of work you do, the kind of values you live by, and by your own human character. Because at the end, we're not going to say, oh, you know what, I had a lot of cars, I lived a great life. At the end, we're going to say, I did great work, I was a great human being, and I helped a lot of people, and I lived with style, and I lived a good life.
That's amazing. So 3 tips that you leave our audience that they need to follow.
Well, for 20 years I've been teaching the 5 a.m. Club, and I'm actually working on a book. My new book is all about the 5 a.m. Club. And so I would say, for 66 days, which is, according to University College of London, the time it takes to install a new habit, practice getting up at 5 o'clock. And it'll be hard at first, it'll be messy in the middle, and it'll be a beautiful habit to have after 66 days. Because men and women, we all need time before the day gets busy for ourselves, to fill our mind with something good, our hearts with something good, our souls with something good, and for our physical lives. So the first thing, take an hour at the beginning of your day for yourself. Second thing I would say is, you can be liked or you can be a leader, but you can't be both. So I'd say, don't be so worried about fitting in. Have the bravery to be yourself as a human being. And the third thing I'd say is, make sure you enjoy beauty every day, no matter how busy your day is. Find the time to read something good, or have a conversation with someone meaningful, or watch the sunset.
And I really loved the end of your speech, be ashamed to die before you win the victory of your life. How many victories you have won so far?
How many victories have I won? I think I've won a lot of victories, but I feel like it hasn't been easy either, right? I mean, I've had
Is
victories.
there one victory that you haven't won yet?
Day by day, I want to keep on helping people. That's my victory.
Fantastic. And the message for Success Resources, how did you find the experience, and what is your experience with Success Resources and being here in London?
Well, first of all, I love London, and secondly, it was just it was a great privilege to be here for Success Resources and to hopefully inspire as well as give some real hard-hitting business and leadership content to the nearly 1,000 people in the room. It was fun.
Thank you very much, Rubin Sharma.
Thank you very much for everything. Thank you.
You.
Congratulations on the success of your magazine.
Thank you very much. Thank you.